Hi folks, how are ya? Thank you. Thank you for coming out. It's a little hot tonight, a little hot. My name is Matt York, and I'm going to be here until 8:30. I'm going to be singing the songs of the great Willie Nelson. And that's right. I was here last year. I did the songs of Johnny Cash last year, and I did the songs of the Highwaymen here 2 years ago. And this first song I'm going to do is a song that was done by a bunch of different artists through the years, but I really love the version that Willie and Leon Russell did together. It's called "The Wild Side of Life." You wouldn't read my letter if I wrote you. You asked me not to call you on the phone, but there's something that I've been wanting to tell you. So I wrote it in the words of this song. I didn't know God made honky-tonk angels. I might have known you'd never make a wife. You gave up the only one who ever loved you. Oh, you went back to the wild side of life. Oh, the glamour of the gay night life is the routine to the places where the wine and liquor flow, where you wait to be anybody's darling. Oh, and forget the truest love you'll ever know. I didn't know God made honky-tonk angels. I might have known you'd never make a wife. You gave up the only one who ever loved you. Oh, you went back to the wild side of life. I didn't know God made honky-tonk angels. I might have known you'd never make a wife. You gave up the only one who ever loved you. Oh, you went back to the wild side of life. Oh, you went back to the wild side of life. Oh, you went back to the wild side of life. Thank you very much. Good evening. It's great to be here. I grew up in Foxborough, not far from here, and I used to come here when I was a little kid. So it's a treat to be back here. And it's the first time I've been over here. I think the last 2 years I was over there. And this is a song that Willie Nelson starts almost every single one of his concerts with. It's called Whiskey River. Whiskey River, take my mind.
Don't let a memory torture me. Whiskey River, don't run dry. Tonight you're all I've got, take care of me. Whiskey River, take my mind. Don't let a memory torture me. Whiskey River, don't run dry. Tonight you're all I've got, take care of me. I'm drowning in a whiskey river, bathing my memory's mind in the wetness of its soul, feeling the amber current flowing from my mind. I'll leave an empty heart you left so cold. Whiskey River, take my mind. Don't let old memory torture me. Whiskey River, don't run dry. Tonight you're all I've got, take care of me. I'm drowning in a whiskey river, bathing my memory's mind in the wetness of her soul, feeling the amber current flowing from my mind. Oh, warm and empty heart you left so cold. Whiskey River, take my mind. Don't let old memory torture me. Whiskey River, don't run dry. Now you're all I've got, take care of me. Whiskey River, take my mind. Don't let old memory torture me. Whiskey River, don't run dry. Tonight you're all I've got, take care of me.
Thank you very much. Just gotta do this. Get a little blind.
A long time forgotten, she loved us well by the way. Good life he promised ain't what she's living today. But she never complains of the bad times and the bad things he's done. She just talks about the good times they've had and all the good times to come. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves him in spite of his ways. She don't understand. Her teardrops and laughter, they'll pass through this world hand in hand. Good-hearted woman, oh, loving a good time man. He likes the bright lights, the nightlife, all his good time and friends. And when the party's all over, she'll welcome him back home again. Lord knows she don't understand him, but she's doing the best that she can. Good-hearted woman, loving a good time and man. She's a good-hearted woman in love with a good-timing man. She loves me in spite of my wicked ways. She don't understand. Through teardrops, laughter, they'll pass through this world hand in hand. Good-hearted woman, all loving a good time man. Good-hearted woman, all loving a good time man. Good-hearted woman, loving a good time man.
Thank you very much. Just arriving. I'm doing the songs of Willie Nelson for the next couple hours, and you couldn't have really asked for a worse version of me than what you're going to get tonight, folks. I was out in the Berkshire Saturday night. I threw up my back. I've been just miserable, just absolutely miserable. And I haven't been able to get my chiropractor to see me. I've been up since like 3 in the morning every day. I get muscle relaxants that make me drowsy. You're just not getting the best version, but I'm going to do everything I can for you. And I thank you for coming. This is a song by Willie's close friend. Thank you very much. Give it up for muscle relaxants. This is a great song by one of Willie's very best friends, Merle Haggard. It's one of my very favorite singers of all time. This is a great song called Ramblin' Fever.
I don't hang on the same nail too long. My ears can't stand to hear that same old song. And I don't leave the highway long enough to get bogged down in the mud. I've got rambling fever in my blood. I caught this rambling fever long ago, when I first heard a lonesome whistle blow. If someone said I ever gave a damn, they damn sure told you wrong. I've had rambling fever all along. Rambling fever, the kind that can't be measured by degrees. Rambling fever, there ain't no kind of cure for my disease. There's the times I'd like to bed down on the sofa. Oh, let some pretty lady rub my back. I'll spend the early morning drinking coffee, talking about when I'll be coming back. 'Cause I don't let no woman tie me down, and I'll never be too old to get around. I'm gonna die along the highway right away, like some old highline pole. Rest this rambling fever in my soul. Rambling fever, the kind that can't be measured by degrees. Rambling fever, there ain't no kind of cure for my disease. There ain't no kind of cure for my disease. And there ain't no kind of cure for my disease.
Thank you.
Maybe I didn't love you, but as often as I could have. Maybe I didn't treat you quite as good as I should have. If I made you feel second best, girl, I'm sorry I was blind. You're always on my mind. You're always on my mind. Maybe I didn't hold you all those lonely, lonely times. I guess I never told you I'm so happy that you're mine. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. But you were always on my mind. You're always on my mind. Tell me that your sweet love hasn't died. Yeah. One more time to keep you satisfied, and I'll keep you satisfied. Little things I should have said and done, I just never took the time. You're always on my mind. You're always on my mind. You're always on my mind. You're always on my mind.
Thank you very much. I was playing a gig maybe 6-7 years ago down in Evansville, Indiana, doing my own music, and I was just out on the road, and the local NPR in Evansville was there interviewing some of the acts that were performing, and the show was called The Song Show, and they would interview you, and they'd ask you what your favorite song of all time was, and then they'd talk to you about, well, you'd talk about that song, and so I said Willie Nelson's Always on My Mind was my favorite song of all time, and the guy that was interviewing me immediately said, well, you know Willie Nelson didn't write that song, didn't he? And I did not know that, and I still forget who it is that actually wrote it, but Elvis Presley actually did a version of that song 10 years prior to Willie, and had a minor hit with it himself. In fact, I had a lady not too long ago come up to me after my concert and say that Elvis's version was her first dance at her wedding. This song is a #1 song for Willie and one of his most famous. It's called Blue Eyes Crying in the Rain. In the twilight, blue I see, blue eyes crying in the rain. When we kiss goodbye and part, I knew we'd never meet again.
dying ember. Only memories remain. And through the ages I'll remember. Blue eyes cry in the rain. Someday when we meet up yonder, we'll stroll hand in hand again in a land that knows no parting. Blue eyes cry in the rain. Blue eyes cry in the rain. Blue eyes cry in the rain. Oh.
Thank you very much. So I grew up in Foxborough, and by the time I was about 14 years old, I started playing the clubs in Boston, and I've kind of been toiling in clubland all my life. And I've always done my own music. That's what I've done my whole life, and I've traveled a lot across the country performing. And a few years ago, I was down in Nashville, and I was talking to this band from Memphis, and they were just saying how at Graceland, less and less people are going to Graceland now, because a lot of the people that were super into Elvis have just gotten too old to travel or passed away or what have you. And I remember how excited I was when I first went to Graceland as a young person. And it kind of got me thinking about how much the Highwaymen, which if you're not familiar, the Highwaymen were Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings, and the great Chris Christopherson. And they're four of my just favorite artists of all time. I wrote a book about them a few years ago, and they call them the Mount Rushmore of country music, and it would be hard to argue that. And so it just kind of dawned on me at the time that, you know, when you go to Nashville, there's the beautiful Johnny Cash Museum. When you go to Texas, everywhere you look, you see Willie. But a lot of their peers, I just felt like were being forgotten at the time, and not just Waylon Jennings, Christopherson, but you know the Tammy Wynette's, the George Joneses, the Merle Haggards, all these artists that have been so great for so many years. And so I just kind of started doing this thing. People seem to kind of tolerate it, and 2 years ago I did 175 of these concerts, going from as far north as Toronto and as far south as Nashville. And this past month I just did 27 concerts across the state of Massachusetts, and I am tired, folks. That's what I am. I'm just plain tired. But I love doing this. I mean, this is a ridiculous way to make a living, right? I'm 52 years old, folks, and this is what I get to do every day. Yeah. It's a song by the Highwaymen. I taught the weeping willow how to cry, cry, cry. And I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. As I cried for that woman, well, they're gonna flood you, big river. Oh, I'm gonna sit right here until I die. I met her accidentally in St. Paul, Minnesota. Oh, tore me up every time I heard her draw a southern drawl. Heard my dream was back downstream to Morton and Davenport, and I followed you, big river, when you called.
she took me to St. Louis, oh, later on down the river. A freighter said she's been there, but she's gone, boy, she's gone. I found her trail in Memphis, oh, she just walked up the bluff. She raised a few eyebrows and she went on down alone. Oh, won't you batter down by Baton Rouge, River Queen, rolling on. Take that woman on down to New Orleans, New Orleans. Oh, go on, I've had enough. I've dumped my blues down in the throat. She loves you, big river, more than me. Now talk, the weeping willow, how to cry, cry, cry. I showed the clouds how to cover up a clear blue sky. As I cried for that woman, well, they're gonna flood you, big river. I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Well, I'm gonna sit right here until I die. Well, I'm gonna sit right here until I die.
Hey. I was playing. Willie Nelson is 91 years old and still going. He was supposed to be at Great Woods earlier last month, but he was sick. But he did play in Philly a couple nights after that on the 4th of July, and is continuing to make music and recording stuff. And he wrote a book about a year or two ago. So he's a very busy dude for 91. This next song I'm going to do is a song that was written by his close friend Chris Christopherson. And I was down in the swanky town of Chatham a few months ago, and I was at a church playing the gospel songs of Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson. And after I was done, a lady came up to me. She was probably about, I don't know, 75 years old maybe, and she said, I want to buy the CD of you singing the songs of the Highwaymen, and I want to mail it to my friend Chris Christopherson. And I said, I have several questions for you, but the first question is, how do you know Chris Christopherson? And she said, well, I almost married him in 1981, but he wanted to have more kids, and I didn't want to have any more kids. So I ended up marrying one of my best friends, and they had 5 more kids, and we've stayed friends all these years. And every year when they'd come down and perform down the Cape, they'd stay with me. And I still have a million more questions that I did not get to ask her. But when I was leaving the church, there was this little tiny lady. She's probably about 4.5 feet tall. She's probably about 85 years old. She's walking out with me, and she said, you know that lady you were talking to? And I said, I do. And she said, that lady and Christopherson, they used to have a thing. I loved that. I'm playing in Chatham in a couple of weeks, and I'm hoping I'm going to get to pick her brain some more. Don't look so sad. I know it's over. But life goes on, and this old world will keep on turning. Let's just be glad we had some time to spend together. There's no need to watch the bridges that were burning. Lay your head on my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window. Oh,
make believe you love me one more time. For the good times, I'll get along. You'll find another. I'll be here if you should find you ever need me. Don't say a word about tomorrow or forever. There'll be time enough for sadness when you leave me. Lay your head upon my pillow. Oh, your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of raindrops blowing soft against the window. Oh, make believe you love me one more time. For the good times, for the good times, for the good times. On the road again, I just can't wait to get on the road again. Like my love is making music with my friends. I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again, going places I ain't never been, seeing things that I may never see again. I can't wait to get on the road. On the road again, like a band of gypsies, well, we go down the highway. Oh, we're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way. Our way is on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Tonight my love is making music with my friends. Oh, well, I can't wait to get on the road again. On the road again, like a band of gypsies, well, we go down the highway. Oh, we're the best of friends, insisting that the world keep turning our way. Our way is on the road again. I just can't wait to get on the road again. Now my love is making music with my friends. Oh, well, I can't wait to get on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again. I can't wait to get on the road again.
People like that song.
It don't hurt anymore. All my teardrops are dry. no more walking the floor with that burning inside. Just to think it could be, time has opened the door. Oh, at last I am free. I don't hurt anymore. No use to deny I wanted to die the day you said we were through. But now that I find you're out of my mind, I can't believe that it's true. I've forgotten somehow that I cared so before. Oh, it's wonderful now. I don't hurt anymore. No use to deny I wanted to die the day you said we were through. But now that I find you're out of my mind, I can't believe that it's true. I've forgotten somehow that I cared so before. Oh, it's wonderful now. I don't hurt anymore. Oh, it's wonderful now. I don't hurt anymore.
Thank you. That song was originally done by the great Hank Snow, who was one of Willie's friends when he was starting out in his career, and they ended up doing an album together and did that song together. It's such a great song. I mentioned earlier that I do some of these concerts where so Johnny Cash made 5 gospel albums, and last year most of the places that I went I was fake Johnny Cash. Now this year I'm fake Willie Nelson, and Willie did 3 gospel albums, Cash did 5, and they're just all terrific. And about a little over a year ago, I was down in Nashville, and I got to play at a really great listening room down there called City Winery and do the songs of the Highwaymen. And I'd performed in Nashville a bunch of times before doing my own music, but I hadn't done the songs of the Highwaymen. I'd written a book about the Highwaymen, so it was kind of a big thing for me. And the City Winery down there is this beautiful, beautiful building. It's the old Sears Roebuck building right by Lower Broadway, right next to the Country Music Hall of Fame. And I was petrified that there was going to be nobody there, but it was packed. It was a wonderful, wonderful night. And one of the things that I got to do to promote the concert was I got to go on their NBC morning show down there called Today in Nashville, and perform 2 songs. And I had done that show before myself, doing my own music, but I wanted to really promote the Highwaymen. But if you don't have written permission from the artists, even though it was just a regional broadcast, because it was network, they wouldn't allow me to do songs by these guys. And so my daughter is texting me about every 20 seconds because she can't find her wallet, and I don't know where her wallet is, so I can't help her, but every 2 seconds that keeps lighting up. So I'm just gonna turn the phone around, and then I'll help her with her wallet later. So I started doing these gospel songs because if a song is over 100 years old, then it goes into the public domain, and then anybody can do whatever they want with those songs. And so Will the Circle Be Unbroken was written in 1908. It was first made famous by the Carter family in the 1930s. And to this day, Willie plays it almost every single night at his concerts. Cash played it all the time, oftentimes with Maybelle Carter backing him up on it. And I just found that these songs really kind of resonated with people. And resonated with me too. I just really fell in love with a whole bunch of these songs of theirs that I didn't know. And some of these I'm going to do a couple of them, and you'll know one or both of them probably, because they've just been such a regular part of their sets through the years that you may not even think of them as kind of gospel songs.
Well, I'm tired and I'm weary, but I must go alone till the Lord comes and calls me away. Well, the morning's so bright, and the lamp is the light, and the night not as fair as the day. Oh, there'll be peace in the valley for me someday. There'll be peace in the valley for me. Oh, there'll be no sadness, no sorrow, no troubles I see. There'll be peace in the valley for me. Well, the flowers will be blooming, all the grass will be green, and the skies will be clear and serene, where the sun never beams, and this valley of dreams, and no clouds will ever be seen. Oh, there'll be peace in the valley for me someday. There'll be peace in the valley for me. Oh, there'll be no sadness, no sorrow, no troubles I see. There'll be peace in this valley for me. Well, the bear will be gentle, all the wolf will be tame, all the lion shall lay down by the lamb, all the beasts from the wild shall be led by a child, and I'll be changed from this creature that I am. Oh, there'll be peace in the valley for me someday. There'll be peace in the valley for me. Oh, there'll be no sadness, no sorrow, no troubles I see. Oh, there'll be peace in the valley for me someday.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. I want to thank Attleboro Parks and Rec and the Attleboro Cultural Council for funding the grant for me to come here and do this, and all these people. I'd like to also thank SM Stone Memorial Trust Fund and the Ernest H. Oggett Fund as well. This song is a song that I think you'll all recognize, but is another gospel song. This is "I'll Fly Away." Some bright morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to that home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh Lord, will I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, bye-bye, I'll fly away. Just a few more weary days and then, I'll fly away to a land where God's a living song. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh Lord, will I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, bye-bye, I'll fly away. Some bright
morning when this life is over, I'll fly away to that home on God's celestial shore. I'll fly away. I'll fly away, oh glory, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, bye-bye, I'll fly away. When I die, hallelujah, bye-bye, I'll fly away.
Thank you very much.
It's not supposed to be that way. You're supposed to know that I love you, but it don't matter anyway. If I can't be there to console you, and like the other little children, you're gonna dream a dream or two. Oh, but be careful what you're dreaming. Soon your dreams will be dreaming. It's not supposed to be that way. You're supposed to know that I love you, but it don't matter anyway. If I can't be there to console you, you ought to play this evening. Play with fireflies till they're gone. Oh, then rush to meet your lover. Play with real fire till the dawn. It's not supposed to be that way. You're supposed to know that I love you. It don't matter anyway. If I can't be there to console you.
Thank you very much. It's one of my favorites. Next song I'm going to do is Poncho and Lefty, which was certainly one of Willie's biggest hit songs of all time. It's a song that he performed together with Merle Haggard on that song, and it was written by one of the really great Texas songwriters of all time, Townes Van Zandt wrote that song. And you know, it's I'm not sure you can write better lyrics than the lyrics to this song. And Willie and Merle made an album together in the early '80s, and they were looking for that one song to really kind of pull the album together. And the story goes, and Willie Nelson was once quoted as saying that he never let the truth get in the way of a good story. And so it's tricky sometimes when you're telling these stories, but the story is that he and Merle had been recording the album. They'd been up for a couple of days straight just doing what Willie and Merle would have done in the 80s. And Merle went to sleep on his tour bus, and Willie was brought the song Pancho and Lefty, he heard it, he worked it up with the band, they recorded it, they woke up Merle in the middle of the night. Merle came out, sang his verse, woke up the next morning and said, "Willie, we gotta do that again." I wasn't even awake when that happened. And Willie claims that he sent the tapes off to New York already, and they were mixed and mastered shortly thereafter. This was one of the biggest hits that either one of them ever had, and they had a whole slew between the two of them. Living on the road, my friend, gonna keep you clear and clean. Now you wear your skin like iron, and your breast hard as kerosene. You weren't your mama's only boy, but her favorite one it seemed. She began to cry when you said goodbye. Sank into your dreams. Pancho was a bandit boy. He rode a horse fast as polished steel, wore his guns outside his pants for all the honest world to feel. Pancho met his match, you know, on the deserts down in Mexico. Nobody heard his dying word. Oh, that's the way it goes. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Now Lefty, he can't sing the blues all night long like he used to. The dust that Pancho bit down south ended up and left his mouth. The daily little Pancho load left his split for Ohio, where he got the bread to go. Oh, there ain't nobody knows. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him slip away. Out of kindness, I suppose. Now poets sang how Pancho fell, left his living in a cheap hotel. The desert's quiet and Cleveland's cold, so the story ends where it's told. But Pancho needs your prayers, it's true, but save a few for Lefty too. He only did what he had to do. Oh, now he's growing old. All the federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so long. Out of kindness, I suppose. A few old gray federales say they could have had him any day. They only let him go so long. Out of kindness, I suppose. Today I stood across the street and watched you lead with him.
right before my disbelieving eyes. But when you saw me standing there, you turned and walked away. Oh, you wouldn't cross the street to say goodbye. Once you said you'd do most anything to keep our love. You'd tear out your tongue before you tell me lies. Once you said you'd do most anything to be with me. Today you wouldn't cross the street to say goodbye. Once you said you'd do most anything to keep our love. You'd tear out your tongue before you tell me lies. Once you said you'd do most anything to be with me. Today you wouldn't cross the street to say goodbye. Today you wouldn't cross the street to say goodbye.
Thank you very much. That's a good one.
I was standing by my window on a cold and cloudy day when I saw the first come golden for the carrying my mother away. All will the circle, all be unbroken, all by and by, Lord, by and by. Oh, there's a better home waiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky. When I went home, our home was lonely, for my mother, she was gone. All my family, they were dying, for our home felt sad and alone. Oh, will the circle all be unbroken, all by and by, Lord, by and by. Oh, there's a better home waiting, oh, in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Undertaker, oh undertaker, oh undertaker, please drive slow. Oh, that lady, oh you are hauling, oh Lord, I hate to see her go. Oh, will the circle, I'll be unbroken, oh by my Lord, by and by. Oh, there's a better home waiting, oh in the sky, Lord, in the sky. Oh, there's a better home waiting, oh, in the sky, Lord, in the sky. There's a better home waiting in the sky, Lord, in the sky.
Thank you. It's kind of like the rockabilly, Will the Circle Be Unbroken?
On a rainy, windy morning, that's the day that I was born in that old sharecropping one-room country shack. They say my mama left me the same day that she had me. They said she hit the road and never once looked back. I'd just like to mention my grandma's old age pension. It's the reason why I'm standing here today. I got all my country learning, milking and a churning, picking cotton, raising hay and baling hay. I've been to Georgia on a fast train. I wasn't born no yesterday. I got a good Christian raising and an 8th grade education. Ain't no need for y'all to be treating me this way. Oh, my sweet Carolina, well, I don't guess I'll ever find another woman put together like you are. I love your wiggle and your walking and your big city talking and your brand new shiny Plymouth right top car. Well, let's hurry up and wait in this land of give and take. Oh, haste makes for waste every time. Oh, I declare to my soul that when I hear those engines roll, yeah, you know I'm gonna get my share of mine. I've been to Georgia on a fast train, honey. I wasn't born no yesterday. I got a good Christian raising and an 8th grade education. There ain't no need for y'all to be treating me this way. I've been to Georgia on a fast train, honey. I wasn't born no yesterday. I got a good Christian raising and an 8th grade education. Ain't no need for y'all to be treating me this way. There ain't no need for y'all to be treating me this way. There ain't no need for y'all to be treating me this way.
Thank you very much. That song was written by Billy Joe Shaver. Willie did a version of that song. Johnny Cash also does a great version of that song. Willie Nelson used to call Billy Joe Shaver the greatest Texas songwriter of all time. Although I think one could argue that Willie Nelson might be the greatest Texas songwriter of all time. But Billy Joe is certainly right in that discussion. This is a song that was written by Hank Cochran that I'm sure a bunch of you are going to recognize. Fall to pieces each time I see you again. I fall to pieces. How can I be just your friend? You want me to act like we've never kissed. You want me to forget, pretend we've never met. But I tried, but I've tried, but I haven't hit. You walk by, I fall to pieces. I fall to pieces. Each time someone speaks your name, I fall to pieces. Time only adds to the flame. You tell me to find someone else to love, someone who'll love me too, the way you used to do. But each time
I go out with someone new. You walk by, I fall to pieces. You walk by, and I fall to pieces.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That song was written by the great Hank Capron, one of the great Nashville songwriters of all time, and his nickname was The Legend, which is a great nickname. Hank Capron had a lot of success where he wrote I Fall to Pieces for Patsy Cline. He also wrote the song She's Got You, which was a huge hit for Cline as well. And when Willie first got to Nashville in the early 60s, he was married to his first wife. He had 3 young kids, and he was just broke. And he wasn't having much success with his songs, getting them out to people, which is what he was trying to do initially. And Hank Capron heard his songs and immediately recognized his talent. And Hank went to his publishing company and said, "Listen, you've got to hire this guy Willie as a songwriter. He's just terrific." And they said, "Well, we don't have the budget for another songwriter right now." And Hank said, "Well, listen, you just told me you were going to give me a $50 a week pay raise. Why don't you give that to Willie instead?" And that's what they did. And then shortly thereafter, Willie wrote this song that I'm going to play, "Crazy" by Patsy Cline, which is arguably the most famous country music song of all time. They say it is the most played song in the history of jukeboxes. Hank and Willie stayed friends the rest of their lives. Hank passed away maybe 10 or 12 years ago, but he was a special talent. This is "Crazy." Crazy. I'm crazy for feeling so lonely. Crazy, crazy for feeling so blue. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering what in the world did I do? Crazy, but thinking that my love could hold you. I'm crazy for crying, crazy for trying. I'm crazy for loving you. Crazy for crying, crazy for trying. I'm crazy for loving you. Thank you very much. This is a true story. When I was just driving over here, I just got an email from a funeral home director who asked me if I was available to sing graveside, and I don't know, next week sometime, for this guy who was this humongous Willie Nelson fan, and just wanted to have Willie's music playing for the 15 minutes or so that people were congregating, and then play shortly thereafter. And I can't do it. I was booked. I couldn't do it. But it's amazing too. I just finished writing a book about Willie Nelson that I'm releasing this fall, and I can't tell you how many times I do community concerts like this, and people come up to me and they have just the amount of stories that I've heard from people, not just that I've got a chance to meet him, because Willie famously would stand outside his bus after every concert and just shake every hand of every person that wanted to shake it. For many, many years he did that. And so there's so many people that have that story, you know, coming up, but so many other people just talk about, you know, just what an impact his words have had on their lives, and I know for me that's certainly been the case. He's by far my all-time favorite songwriter of all time. This is a beautiful, beautiful song that both he and Waylon Jennings recorded, and it's called "My Heroes Have Always Been Cowboys." I grew up dreaming of being a cowboy, loving the cowboy ways, pursuing the life of my high-riding heroes. I burned up my childhood days, pursued on the life. Oh, I lost my spot. Well, you know what happened? I do this like every day, and I don't ever screw it up, but I just screwed up. So here we go. You ready? I learned all the rules of a modern day drifter. Don't you hold on to nothing too long. Just take what you need from the ladies, then leave them with the words of a sad country song. All my heroes, they've always been cowboys. Oh, they still are, it seems. Sadly in searching for one stepping back of themselves and their slow moving dreams. Cowboys are special with their own brand of misery, from being alone too long. You could die from the cold in the arms of a nightmare, knowing well your best days are gone. Picking up hookers instead of my pen, I let the words of my years fade away. Old worn out saddles, no worn out memories, with no one and no place to stay. My heroes have always been cowboys. Oh, they still are, it seems. Sadly in search of one stepping back of themselves in their slow moving dreams. Sadly in search of one stepping back of themselves and their slow moving dreams. Thank you. Merle Haggard is one of Willie's closest friends, and if you're not familiar with his music all that much, Merle basically spent the ages of about 12 to 21 incarcerated in juvenile lockups and then adult prisons for just a variety of different crimes. And he wasn't a particularly violent guy. He wasn't a drug addict. He was the 14-year-old kid that would steal your car and crash it into a tree, get sent to a juvenile lockup, break out of there, hop on a train and disappear. And he was just trouble. And he ended up in San Quentin prison, and while he was there, Johnny Cash came and performed a concert, and Merle was already singing and playing guitar a little bit, and he saw Cash and he said, you know, I think I'll just go become Johnny Cash when I get out of here. And that's what he did. Merle Haggard had over 30 number one hits on the country charts. He had twice as many number one hits as Johnny Cash, for reference. And had more than just about anybody. And you know, it's a funny thing where you can come up afterwards here and you can grab a business card or sign up for my mailing list, or you can go to mattyorkmusic.com and you can sign up for my mailing list, or whatever you want to do. And you can find out, you know, where I was last night, where I'll be next week. You can find all that stuff out. But back in that time, you could get out of San Quentin prison and then be on the Grand Ole Opry a year or two later, and nobody knew where you'd come from. And as Merle's star began to grow, he knew that was going to become an issue for him. And he went to Johnny Cash, who was had his own television show at the time, the Johnny Cash Show, and he went on the show, and Cash really encouraged him to just talk about to tell the truth, and that's what he did. And I think it was a huge moment in the history of country music because he wasn't glamorizing crime, he wasn't writing about felons, he was writing about the downtrodden, he was writing about the addicted, the poor, and I think it really was a big thing. And they called Merle Haggard the poet of the working man, and that is certainly what he was. This is one of my favorite songs that he sang. It's called "It's Not Love, But It's Not Bad." She was always there each time I needed you, holding on to me like I held on to you. We still don't have what you and I once had. No, it's not love, but it's not bad. I turn to her when you leave me alone. Sometimes even when you're here, well, you're still gone. She's slowly taking what you leave so sad. No, it's not love, but it's not bad. No, it's not love. Oh, it's not like ours was. It's not love, but it keeps love from driving me mad. And I don't have to wonder who she's had. No, it's not love, but it's not bad. No, it's not love. Oh, it's not like ours was. It's not love, but it keeps love from driving me mad. And I don't have to wonder who she's had. No, it's not love, but it's not bad. No, it's not love, but it's not bad. But it's not bad. Thank you very much. It's pretty good. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central, Monday morning red. Oh, 15 cars, 15 restless riders, 3 conductors, 25 sacks of mail. All along the southbound Odyssey, oh, the train pulls out of Kankakee. All rolls along past the houses, farms, and fields, passing trains that have no name, and graveyards full of old black men, and the graveyards of the rusted automobiles.
morning, America, how are you? I said, don't you know I'm your native son? I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles till the day is done. Dealing card games with the old man in the club car. Penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. Oh, pass the paper bag that holds that bottle. Oh, I hear the wheels rumbling beneath the floor. All the sons of Pullman porters, all the sons of engineers, ride their father's magic carpet made of steel. All mothers with their babes asleep, all rocking to the gentle beat, and the rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are you? I said, don't you know I'm your native son? I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. That time on the city of New Orleans. Oh, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Oh, halfway home when we'll be there by morning. Through the Mississippi darkness, rolling on down to the sea. All the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream. All the steel rails, well, they still ain't heard the news. Conductors sing these songs again, the passengers, well, please refrain, this train has got to disappear in railroad blues. Good morning, America, how are you? I said, don't you know I'm your native son? I'm the train they call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done.
Thank you very much. Really had a big hit with that. Arlo Guthrie also had a big hit with it. When Willie was first starting out, he played bass for the great Ray Price. And if you're not a big fan of old classic country music, Ray Price just had one of the greatest voices of all time. And he was an interesting guy. He was the road manager for Hank Williams, and when Hank Williams was too drunk to sing, Ray would kind of slide in and fill that void. And then when Hank died, Ray became the singer of Hank's band, and then went on and had an incredible career. And he's really one of the greatest singers, and by all accounts, one of the real gentlemen of country music. And so Willie was his bass player at the beginning of his when Willie first got to Nashville, and then they would go on and make a really, really wonderful album together in the early '80s. At that point, Ray Price was kind of retired, and they got him off of his cattle ranch, and they made an album. And about I think around the early '90s, Merle Haggard and Willie had Price come out, and he was an old man at this point, but it was Ray, Merle, and Willie, the three of them, and Ray just blew everybody away. This is one of my favorite songs of his. A number of artists have done this song, but he and Willie did it together. It's called Crazy Arms. Now blue ain't the word for the way that I feel.
There's a storm brewing in this heart of mine. This ain't no crazy dream, I know that it's real. You're someone else's love now, you're not mine. Crazy arms that reach to hold somebody new. Oh, my yearning heart keeps saying you're not mine. My troubled mind knows soon to another you'll be wed. That's why I'm lonely all the time. So please take those treasured dreams I had for you and me. Oh, take all the love I thought was mine. Someday my crazy arms will hold somebody new. But now I'm so lonely all the time. Crazy arms that reach to hold somebody new. Oh, my yearning heart keeps saying you're not mine. Someday my crazy arms will find somebody new. But now I'm so lonely all the time. That's why I'm lonely all the time. That's why I'm lonely all the time. Oh.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I'll play a little more for you. My name is Matt York. If you like what you hear on Facebook and Instagram, I'm Matt York Boston, all one word. My website's mattyorkmusic.com, and this is all I do. I just drive around, I do this every day, and I do a lot of gigs where I do my own music. I do the songs of Johnny Cash sometimes, and I do the songs of the Highwaymen as well. So if you want any information about that, I always say this to people: if there's a place you think it makes sense for me to do this thing that I do, email me or come up and tell me afterwards, and I'll do it. Yeah, and if you weren't here when I first started, I threw my back out on the Berkshires on Saturday, and I'm just dying. Just dying slowly here. But we're gonna make through it. I think we are. I have my little stool up here, and I haven't gone to that yet. This song is written by the great Willie Nelson and was made famous by the great Farron Young. Hello, walls. How things go for you today? Don't you miss her? Since she up and walked away. And I bet you dread to spend another lonely night with me. The lonely walls I'll keep you company. Hello, window. Well, I see that you're still here. Aren't you lonely? Since our darling disappeared. Well, look, here's that a teardrop in the corner of your pain. Now don't you try and tell me that it's rain. She went away. left us all alone the way she planned. Guess we'll have to learn to get along without her if we can. Hello, ceiling. I'm gonna stare at you a while. You know I can't sleep, so won't you bear with me a while? We gotta all stick together, or else I'll lose my mind. I got a feeling she'll be gone a long, long time. Thank you very much. I'm gonna do a Johnny Cash. Love is a burning thing, oh, it makes the fire ring. Bound by wild desire, I fell into the fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 oh, the flames, they went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, oh, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 over the flames, they went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, oh, the ring of fire. The taste of love is sweet, oh, when hearts like ours meet. I fell for you like a child, oh, the fire went wild. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 oh, but the flames, they went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, oh, the ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 oh, but the flames, they went higher, and it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, oh, the ring of fire. Oh, it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, oh, 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 the ring of fire. The great Johnny Cash. Thank you very much. Thank you. The next song is one of my favorite songs of Willie's. It's called Me and Paul. And it's a song about Willie and his longtime drummer and best friend, Paul English. Willie had pretty much the same band for many, 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 many years. And Paul was the undisputed leader of that group. He was the guy, if they didn't get paid, it was Paul English that came and found you. And he was Willie's enforcer and his best friend, and he loved to play cards all night with him. Well, it's been rough and rocky traveling, but I'm finally standing upright on the ground. And after taking several readings, I'm surprised to see my mind still fairly sound. I thought Nashville was the roughest,
but I know I've said the same about them all. Oh, we received our education in the cities of the nation, me and Paul. Almost busted in Laredo, oh, but for reasons that I'd rather not disclose. But if you're staying in a motel there and leave, just don't leave nothing in your clothes. At the airport in Milwaukee, you know, they refused to let us board the plane at all. They said we looked suspicious, but I believe they like to pick on me and Paul. Well, it's been rough and rocky traveling, but I'm finally standing upright on the ground. Oh, after taking several readings, I'm surprised to see my mind still fairly sound. I thought Nashville was the roughest, but I know I've said the same about them all. We received our education in the cities of our nation, me and Paul. On a package show in Buffalo, with us and Kitty Wells and Charlie Pride. It was long, we was just sitting there. Oh, we came to play, but not just for the ride. We drank a lot of whiskey, so I don't know if we went on that night at all. I don't think they even missed us. I don't think Buffalo is geared for me and Paul. It's been rough and rocky traveling, but I'm finally standing upright on the ground. After taking several readings, I'm surprised to see my mind still fairly sound. I thought Nashville was the roughest, oh, but I believe they said the same about them all. Oh, we received our education in the cities of our nation, me and Paul. Oh, we received our education in the cities of our nation, me and Paul.
Thank you very much. I'm going to do two more quick ones for you so that you guys can get out of here before it gets too dark. I thank you all for coming. If you're interested, I have CDs up here. I have a CD made doing the songs of the Highwaymen that I did a couple years back. A CD of me doing the songs of Willie that I just recorded over the winter that I really like the way that came out. I also have books about the Highwaymen that interest you. Books are $20, CDs are $10, business cards, totally free, folks. If you feel like leaving a tip, you can do that. I'll spend all that money on ibuprofen and Ben Gay. Well, I gotta get drunk and I sure do dread it, cause I know just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend my money, call everybody honey, and wind up singing the blues. I spend my whole paycheck on some old record, oh, brother, I can name you a few. Well, I gotta get drunk and I sure do dread it, cause I know just what I'm gonna do. Well, I gotta get drunk, well, I can't stay sober. There's a lot of good people in town who'd like to hear me holler, see me spend my dollars, and I wouldn't think of letting them down. Oh, there's a lot of old doctors tell me, well, I better start slowing it down. But there's more old drunks than there are old doctors, so I guess we'd better have another round. Well, I gotta get drunk, and I sure do dread it, cause I know just what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spend my money, call everybody honey, and wind up singing the blues. I spend my whole paycheck on some old record, oh honey, I could feel it too. Well, I gotta get drunk and I sure do dread it, cause I know just what I'm gonna do. Cause I know just what I'm gonna do. Thank you very much. This song wasn't a big hit for Willie when he put it out, but if you're old enough to remember Monday Night Football in the 70s, anytime a game would get out of control, Don Meredith would start singing, "Turn out the lights, the party's over." to let ABC viewers know that they didn't need to watch ABC anymore, which I'm sure they loved. But Willie must have really loved it, because it's a huge audience, and it's that song. Thanks again for listening. Have an awesome summer, guys.
Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say all good things must end. Let's call it a night. Party's over. Oh, tomorrow starts that same old thing again. What a crazy, crazy party. I've never seen so many people laughing, dancing. Look at you, you're having fun. Oh, look at me, I'm almost crying, but that don't keep her love from dying. That's Ray calls for me and the party is over. Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say good things must end. Let's call it a night. Party's over. Oh, tomorrow starts that same old thing again. Once I had a love undying, I didn't keep it, I wasn't trying. Life for me was just one party, then another. I broke her heart so many times, I had to have my party wine. Oh, then one day she said, sweetheart, this party's over. Turn out the lights, the party's over. They say good things must end. Let's call it a night. The party's over. Oh, tomorrow starts that same old thing again. Oh, tomorrow starts that same old thing again. Well, tomorrow starts that same old thing again.
Good night, folks. Thank you very much. Thank you.